Hello, good people. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Hello, Elijah Vince. Thank you for your friendship. I appreciate it. I just left your house. What's happening, Hungry D? You got it. I just left your house. And I've been chilling at everybody's houses for a good while. What's up, Lottie? My sugar. You know I just been in your live and I'm always in your lives. What's happening? What's happening? Hello, Bud Files. You know I was chilling with you in the live too, because you guys were just at the cemetery. And I was chilling with y'all there. I appreciate it. Aubrey, you know I always pop in on you. What's happening pre-retirement? You already know I got your back. I just got through looking at one of your shorts, but I actually watched the video of you making the lemon cake. So you already know I know what time it is. I don't play no games, y'all. I come and I want to hang and I want to enjoy, and I enjoy these friendships. So let's keep it rocking. And I have somebody new here, but I can't say their name right. Two Toy, thank you so much for coming. I've watched both of your shorts and you only have 2 videos posted, so I'm waiting for more content, but I've already came over and hung out with you as well. And I got Flora. Thank you so much for stopping in, beautiful. I was just in your live. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to us building this new wonderful friendship. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all y'all. I'm not on here like with no kind of rehearsed speech trying to play games to gain people to hang out with. I'm not here like that. I really am looking for real love, if you know what I mean. Real friendships that we really rock with each other. And what I've been noticing that happens is when you really rock, because see, this is the thing. A lot of people say that, they have a hard time getting around to everybody, which is true in a lot of cases. It has a lot to do with, life is lifing. You got a lot of people on YT. But I tell you this, I do the best I can, and I've been doing damn good. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been doing real good. You know why? Because I started realizing no matter what numbers you got of supporters and friends, everybody there ain't watching you. So what I do, and I'm not telling nobody what to do, but what I do is I make sure I get around to the faces that I see. And I don't mean it in a way to say that a person got to come to every live, every video, every short. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I get down, with the people that I know, that when I see you, I go right to you. When I see you, I go right to you. Like, for instance, I just got some people in the live just now, but all of the people that I'm speaking about, I just left them. So I know that I'll have a turn again when I'll go back again. But if I have somebody in the live that just came in and I haven't seen that, maybe a couple of videos, I go back to them like, Arlise, how you doing, beautiful? Big up yourself, gal. You're pretty, gal. You cook up. Now with her, she got a new video that I gotta go and catch, and that's so funny too because I had seen it. I got there because I don't know if you guys be getting all the notifications. That's why I got to make sure I go around to my people. But anyway, I seen that you got a new video up, so I'm definitely going to go check that, Arlise. I appreciate you too because you have been amazing out here, and it's been wonderful to have a bunch of good people. Because see, I don't think people understand, because a lot of times with the YT, people are wanting to get on here, in some cases, and just make money by just anybody being involved with you. And see, the thing is, I don't want all of that like that. that, to just get on here just to be with anybody, don't care who I'm with, just slopping, flopping, just to get through. Because see, one thing about it, when you work on this thing and you build, like I said, if you build your house on sand, it won't stand. But when you come on here and you build yourself up with really good people, they're going to be there for you. And a lot of folks fall off because I'm going to be honest with you, and no shade, no pressure. Hey, bro, no shade, no pressure. But I'll tell you like this. If I had, just like you see the numbers that I have, this is a hangout spot. This is not even a channel. But if you see the amount of people I got, just think about it. If the majority of the people that you see that are my supporters, supposedly, if they were all watching my live, you know how crazy the live would be going right now. Some people that have joined me, I haven't heard from them in 2 or 3 years, and it's not to be disrespectful, because some people stopped doing YouTube without notice, or maybe I didn't get the notice. Some people are taking a vacation. Some people may have passed away. It could be a million reasons why you haven't been seeing people. You get what I mean? And that's okay, because we all live in this thing called what? Life. Yeah, reality. But at the same time, when you're on here and you really rocking for people, you know who got your back. And I promise you, what I'm learning here too, and I'm going to be really, really straight up honest. There's a community, and I don't want nobody to feel any kind of way, so I'm not going to say anything about nationality or anything like that. But there's a community of some wonderful people, and I'm going to be honest with you. When I met one of the, and I'm speaking specifically about one of the females, I'll just start with that. When I met this female, actually I met her, well, this is what happened. I was in the same live that she was in, and she decided to come over and start checking me out, and we started communicating and having a good time. But the live that I was actually in, that person told me not to hang out with that specific person, and I continued to hang out with them. And the person live that I was in, they stopped coming because they had a falling out with the person, which didn't have anything to do with me. And me and this person is the best of friends. And I am so glad that I used my level head instead of being silly like kids playing games on here, because you had a misunderstanding with somebody. You expect the whole world to go, in the same category. Now, if you told me that this person has done some kind of, something bad to kids or harmed somebody, then I wouldn't want to be bothered. But you sent them over to my live because they were one of your friends, and me and them were doing fine. And whatever you guys had as a problem, it's not right to expect people to pick sides when they don't even know what's going on. I didn't come in here to play. You understand what I mean? Now, see, if you would have caught me when I was 5 or 6 years old and told me not to play, or you can't play in the sandbox, or Rruk, then I probably would catch my feelings because I was a kid. But as an adult, I don't play those kind of games. Anyway, one of the young ladies that I met from somebody else, and those people are not clicking no more. I don't know what happened. They're from an awesome community of people that hang out. I'm not involved in no community per se, because I'm a freak. I'm free. I belong to God, first of all. But the point I'm trying to make is, what happens here is, me and this person, became friends, and as they came to check me out, I started checking them out, right? So once I started going over to their, their channel and their lives, we hit each other up on a regular. But let me tell you what's so unique about this crowd of women. And I promise you, I'm sure there's plenty like that of all different ethnic backgrounds. So we're not pointing nothing towards anybody, but this group of women are so damn awesome. I promise you. They get my props of top notch on YT right now. I'm not saying there's not many more to come, and I'm not one of them, because I get down the same way. That's why I recognize real. These women will get on, and from what I know, there's about 6 of them. They'll get on at the same time. All of them schedule their lives at the same time. I mean, they do shorts and other things, but they all schedule their lives at the same time, and they can run their live anywhere from 4, 6, 8, 9 hours, and they support each other. All 6 of them, I've been there through every live 7 days a week. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? See, these people want the real love. These people got real friendship. I'm not saying for everybody to do that, but see, I rocks with that. And I promise you, I understand where they're coming from. Everybody don't have to do that. Please don't come in, oh, we can't, I work my life. I'm not talking about nobody else's business. I'm telling you what I see and what I know and what's nice. You get what I'm saying? So what do? Every live that they have, I'm gonna be honest with you, there is only, out of the 6 people, there's only 2 of them that really come chill with me, so I ride with them. Even if I'm not doing YT, if I'm shutting down for a couple of days or whatever I'm gonna do, I always make sure I pop in on these 2 women and show them some love, because they're coming and they're not playing no games. Just like being a parent, you can't be a parent for, today and then not tomorrow. They got something here that they solidify. I'm not telling y'all, the police, because people, oh, well, that's not my life. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving a compliment where it's due. And I have met people that rock with each other. That's their business. If these women say, listen, we're going to join the friendship here, and when we do our lives, we're going to do it together. We're going to do it 7 days a week. You do your live, you come and check all of us. And that's what they've been doing. And I promise you, they all have been successful, and they all are monetized, and they're all rocking and rolling. Dedication. And I promise you, I got quite a few friends on here that I rock with them, everything that they do as well. And see, I'm searching for the real deal, because I don't want to be surrounded by a whole bunch of fake people, because I've been noticing too with a lot of my YouTubers that I know out here that got bigger channels, half the people that's helping them make the money don't even like them. And obviously, out of 90% of people, out of 100% of people, maybe 10% is not gonna like you no matter what you do or haven't done. So that's not what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying they are dedicated to each other to make sure each other win. And if I have to have a certain amount of people that I am definitely, involved with, and we rocking with each other, and this is how we gonna run this YouTube thing, I'm rocking with them because they're doing the right stuff. They have a real sisterhood. And I'm not saying that they don't deal with men and other people, but I'm saying this is a certain majority. All these ones I'm talking about are all women. And like I said, I see all of them in the lives, all of their lives. I run around to all of their lives, and they do the same thing 7 days a week. The only time that they don't do anything is somebody's sick, and they give notice, community posts about whatever, and everybody else do their thing. But I promise you, these women really rock. And like I said, there's 6 of them, but there's only really 2 of them that really came and stood by me. So the other ones, I just say hi once in a while, because they just ain't rocking with me, and I don't care about that. Because I can't be nobody but me, and I like me. But I'm just saying, people don't understand what unity is for real. Everybody's flying around, join. But do you know what a commitment is? And if you got so many people that you can't get around, then that's what it is, and you let them know, and that's fine. But the way they're doing it, and they're solidifying what they're doing, I'm a part of that. I've already got myself connected with 2 of them, and they've been riding with me just like they've been riding with their other sisters. Since I've gotten with them, right now in the live, one of them just hit me up. And every live that I do, they come to every live. And I'm not bragging, and I'm not saying that you have to do this. I'm proud. I feel honored. And I return the love back, and it's for real. It's not just doing something just to get something. Because one hand washes the other, we know that. But one hand can't wash itself. But these particular women, and this particular one that I was told, I know, don't be friends with this person. We have became awesome YouTube sisters. And I promise you, every time she does a live, I am there. She comes to my live, and if they miss a day, 2 or 3 or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to say, I'm speaking on dedication and being relentless and really down and riding for each other. And I'm finding my right kind of circle of people, and then everybody else is everybody else. You know what I mean? But I'm rocking with these certain people, and I got quite a few of them that I have, solidified a relationship with out of friendship. And Arlise is one of the good ones that I rock with too. Pre-retirement is one of the ones I rock with. Bud Files is one of the ones I rock with. Arlise, Hungry D, all you guys, you get what I'm trying to tell you. I will be there. And like I said, anytime you have a situation where you cannot get around to all your subscribers, just post something on your community post, or whenever you do a live, or you may just have a quick video that's 2 or 3 minutes and say, listen, everybody that's that's joined me or that's my supporter, I love all you guys, but I promise you, I got a husband, I got kids, I got a job, so I can't get around to all you guys, but please don't think I take anybody for granted. And that's fine right there. But some people want you to watch them build and rise to the top as you bow down to them, and they don't even have the decency to come see you. These are the ones that are making up excuses to say that they can't get around, but they're using the normal, legitimate excuses, but it's not real. You get what I'm saying? Let's just rock with this thing, y'all. Keep it real. That's why I kept saying with this thing here, I'm not going to play the games. I'm really going to be with the people that rock with me, and I know who's rocking with me, even if they're not here every day. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Because a lot of times when you keep it real as you can, people always have to have a problem with it because they don't comprehend what's going on or they're clowning themselves so they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's going on here. I see who's doing what, just like I got one, not one. I got several YouTube people that I run into constantly in somebody else's live, right? And they keep saying to me, "Oh, Rruk, I am so sorry. I wanted to make it over, but I have been busy and I've been caught up and I haven't been able to come over." But the thing is, how can you not be able to come over and you acknowledging me and saying hi to me and you're in the same live that I go to every time this person has a live, and they have a live almost every day, and I support them and you're there. So if you wanted to come see me, while you in this live that runs for 2 or 3 hours, you can't click on Rruk and come and say hi. You don't have to lie to me, because when you lie to me, you lie to yourself. I don't care about that. If you better over there and you don't really have time, you don't have to make an excuse. That's all you got to do. If you see me in the live, you can say hi or you can say nothing. Woof, be gone. I'm still going to make it, because like I said before, I knock on one door, I don't get an answer, 10 more is going to answer. You understand what I mean? I'm a believer. And like I said before, I thought I told you I could never lose. You understand what I mean? There ain't no stopping. So it doesn't matter. We don't have to make up excuses. "Oh, girl, I know." No. Just like I met this one woman, and I'm not being disrespectful. She says she's a Christian, highly religious, and all of that type of stuff. I started supporting her heavily. Never hardly heard from her. I'll say out of me, dealing with her like 10 times, and no shade. And I'll tell her that. I'm not starting that. I ain't calling nobody out. I'm not being, silly. But I've supported her like about 10 different times, and she may have came to see me maybe once or twice. And now she's seeing me over in the live that a friend that I've been friends with for years. She's new. The woman, she's new in the live. And "Oh my gosh, Rruk, girl, it's been a long time. How you doing?" And I kept it moving. I didn't have nothing else to say, because I'm not going to play the game. We're not kids here. And if you don't like my content or we're not clicking, I'm fine with it. But don't piss in my pool. Okay? You understand what I'm talking about? We're not playing here. Come on, let's be big. Let's be adults about this. Let's not be silly. You know what you're doing, because there's no way, even with me, whenever I'm in somebody's live and I do see somebody that kind of fell off, and most of the time, I ride too deep for people, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe I do too much. But I tell you this, I'm not phony with that fake crap. You don't have to pretend. There's no way that we can go to the same live almost every day, and you see me and you keep saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, girl, I've been meaning to come over." No, you did not, baby. Look at here. You have to deal with the lies that you tell, especially if you believe in God. So do your own thing, sweetie. And this is not just one person. Several people been doing this. And like I said, this one person is supposed to be real religion. I met another lady that's, "Oh, the Lord," and playing all the music and all that, and just sitting up there living the whole double life, which is not my business. But I'm just saying, don't pretend when it comes to me. Look here. Don't pretend when it comes to me that you are, don't get confused. Just let it go, and we'll be fine. I said, "How are you doing?" "I am doing good." Iran? I can't say, I'll just say Mohammed. "I'm doing good, Mohammed. How are you? Thanks for coming." Hello. Y'all got to do this thing and stop playing around here, y'all. This is how you bring drama on YouTube, when you're dealing with people that are very immature and they don't know how to access a proper friendship. You know what I mean? And also, when I speak, I try my best to watch my mouth, because I don't want to be verbally unattractive to anyone. You get what I'm saying? I want people to understand me clearly, and that I'm not here to play no games, and I'm not here to hurt anybody. I got a lot of people too that feel like, because if I do these lives every day, or I run it a long amount of hours, that they feel that they got to tell me some excuse why they're not going to be here, when you don't have to come at all. I don't care about none of that. I don't expect anybody. I'm doing what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? So you're not obligated just because I got a live and you've already been to 2 of them. You don't have to come. Stay gone a month, 2 months, or find somebody else. I understand. I'm not here playing with it. And then you say, "Oh, well, I'm not doing YouTube for a while," and then you're everywhere else, because remember, we got the same people in common. You didn't have to lie about it. Just say, "I'm chilling. I done came and checked you, so I probably don't see you for a couple of days, and I'm going to check other people." So you may run into me in somebody else's live, even though I didn't come to yours. That's because I already done checked you, sis. And that's it. Keep it moving. Whether it be men, women, or whoever we dealing with. But when you play these little games like this, you get yourself caught up in the trap. Caught up in the trap? A lie. Why? And your mortgage still gonna get paid over here. Hello? Come on now. Like I said before, you build your house on sand, it won't stand. You got to pay attention to what you do. And then a lot of folks keep saying all of this different stuff, and they don't realize that you just made 2 or 3 videos that contradict what you're saying right now. So you got to be careful what you're talking about, because then people ain't gonna be believing you. Just watch what you do. But anyway, y'all, back to the music. Thank you all for coming. There's no hard feelings. Don't misunderstand nothing. I just keep it just bland as possible, straight up, and that's what it is. Everybody think, oh yeah, she arguing, she upset. No, listen. Let me tell you something. If you don't know how to have a conversation or to speak out and keep it real, then I suggest you start trying, because you got to know the difference of somebody flipping out, bugging out. Because if you ever look at it, ain't nothing stopping. What is there to get upset about? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on in life, but we got to hold our cool. We got to know how to hold it down. Anyway, the music is about to pop back on, y'all. Let's jam. Let me say right quick, by the way, thank you so much for all my new wonderful people that came to join me. Bless you guys. I appreciate you. And thanks for rocking with me, guys. I really, really appreciate y'all. All right, let's do it. Hey, what's up, Patty? I didn't see you there, sis. How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm just clearing it out. You know how I do it. And we still working on that wrench stuff. Folks still popping up. You may not see the comments because they got out of here. I got them up out of here. But folks still bugging out. You already know. So when you hear me talk like that, you know we talk and keep it real, y'all. Let's stop being silly. Come on. They're 18 and older, and even that ain't grown. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you learn something new every day. But yeah, I am doing good, Patty. Thank you for coming in. And I've been checking you out, girl, and I've been enjoying the food and the garden. And honey, you got a nice little chill spot over there, and I appreciate it, sis. Hope everything's going good with you. I hope you're going to have an awesome weekend here. And I just chill. You know how I do. You know me, and you understand me. You know that it don't matter how many lives I'm doing or videos, short, whatever. You come check me when you can, and we got this thing down pat. Ain't nobody crazy about nothing. And I'm trying to figure out what to do, because I learned something different about these wrenches. So I'm going to possibly restore them, because I found out one thing that's hard about this is, like I said, the troubles that I was having, I don't know necessarily if it's any people that I, gave the wrenches to, because they got another type of mod out here, and I forgot what they call that mod, that they can make themselves a mod, whether you know them or not, and do all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if that's what's been, blocking people, or exactly what's going on, but I probably will restore the mods. They're called Rogue. Yeah, something I'm learning new out here, honey. But they're called Rogue mods, and I didn't know that they could force this stuff. I'm just learning a lot of stuff, and I don't want to pass on no messed up information, but the stuff that I got was from people that verified that that's what it is, and it's happened to them, because they've been letting me know that they even have somebody that's duplicating their channel. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I just got these ones to come on here, because I got certain Pacific people that's coming on here, and it's almost like people act like if they don't have a wrench, and we back on that again, that there's a problem with them being friends with you, as if they only come in like they can only get supporters by coming to your one little channel or your one little hangout spot, when you got to do the work, y'all. Do y'all know what networking means? Do y'all know what networking means? I'm telling you, just like I did a poll today, and I asked the question of who, do you believe in God? And I promise you, it was 100% yes, right? And then when I look back within a half hour, it ended up being, down to 94. And I promise you, I'm not pressuring nobody, but I tell you one thing: if you don't know him, you need to know. I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm not pushing religion on nobody. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not preaching to nobody. But I'm telling you, honey, I feel so bad to hear for the ones that don't believe in God. I really do. And I'm not judging folks to tell them what to do. But man, listen, you're going to learn today. Because see, I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could not. And I'm going to tell you, I spent a lot of my life not knowing because I wasn't taught that. I had to seek it for myself. You get what I'm saying? There was a lot of my life that I didn't know my self-worth, but there's no way that I could live in this life and all the beauty. Because see, this is what people do. A lot of people that don't believe in God is because they haven't been taught, they don't know, or they feel that if there's a person that's so, being so glorified, how come people are dying? How come? That's why you got to get into a relationship with him so you can understand and read that Bible. Other than that, you ain't gonna know. And when you jump to conclusions, you know what I'm saying? You play yourself because you can't do that. You got to understand before you make any choice about that, you know? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is all this thing is out here. See, this is the whole thing is people make all of this stuff problems. It's bad, like with any kind of heavy or negativity. I mean, we all can come on here though, and talk about some unfortunate things that may be happening in our life. But I mean, I'm not coming on here to ever point at anybody to bring some foolishness. If I go to anybody's house, anybody's channel, I am going there to chill. And if I don't like what's going on, that ain't none of my business. Take your butt home. That's what I do. I take my butt home. I don't care about none of that. You can't come over to nobody else's house and tell them what to do and be upset. And I don't consider this like that as far as me because this is not an actual this is not an actual channel. You know what I mean? And even if it's it don't matter what the label I call it, it's still, you know what I mean? It's just foolishness. Because it's hard, it's just like if you got and no disrespect. And when you got look, children and something happened, somebody then broke a lamp, and just say, and it don't have to be that you had 50 million kids or nothing like that. But if you got some children and somebody broke a lamp and you know, you're asking who did it, ain't nobody telling you. So you don't know, you got to figure out, do you punishing the whole crowd? You understand what I'm saying? You're punishing one or two. What do you do? So you may have to remove something from everybody to try to figure out what's really Gucci. So, and like I said before, I did not reach out to any type of, oh, excuse me, I'm home now. I didn't reach out to just, anybody. You know what I'm saying? I was able to not even like I said before, not a bot. I was able to actually talk to, an actual person, on like I said, YouTube wise, not to mention all of the smart family that I got here and the little bit of common sense that I got myself. I decided to check into it. Like I said before, he said, try to remove the wrenches for a while so you can get an idea to see what could possibly happen because the people that you're saying that you're good friends with saying that they're blocking, there's no way that they can be blocked unless you do it or whoever have access to your channel. Now I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody in my home would have to do anything like that. And even though I have a good family here, anybody could betray people and do things to hurt each other. You know how that go. But that's not the situation here, especially when it comes to the Rruk of all hangout spot, because half of them are doing their own thing and they don't even, chime in on that. They don't know my password or none of that here. You get what I'm trying to tell you? So I know for a fact that that's definitely not where it's at. You get what I'm saying? I know it's not that. And I'm not trying, oh, my family, everybody's perfect here, whatever. But I'm going to be honest with you. The ones that I have amongst me right now, we are, grinding real good together. And we don't have any of them kind of problems. And like I said, they don't have my password or anything like that to do that if they wanted to. You understand? But I will, I'm going to start giving them some access to it because I'm going to have them do a few things for me when I'm not able to because like I said everybody works outside the house. So we all are busy and there's a lot of times where I might need to set up a live at home and be out at work or either in the store shopping and I need them to respond to some comments for me. That means that Rruk would be open to some family members to do something if they were trying to do something. Because, devil will use your own family to hurt you. You know what I mean? So that could happen, but that's not the case because nobody has that access right now. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Nobody has that. So that's definitely not what happened with me having to get blocked. Nobody here is doing it. If it's have an axe to grind at home, baby, it doesn't have no strangers. It have no drama, no problems. To be your own, your husband, your sister, your mama, grandchild that got it in for you to suffer. People do things. People do things, Joe. You can't say, oh, I got time for everybody. No, you know that. Sometimes the right hand don't know what the left hand is doing, but you understand where I'm coming? Sometimes the right hand don't know what the left hand is doing. So with that being said, anything is possible. And you'd be surprised. Like I said before, I know some couples and no disrespect. I ain't wishing nobody negative. I'm gonna tell you like it is, so I sure will. There's some couples you could have been married to this woman 20, 30 years. Down the line, you find out 4 of the kids y'all got, 2 of them ain't yours. Huh? Didn't even know it. Don't know your husband got kids down the street. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Come on, stop being silly. Come on, y'all know how this goes. This ain't your first rodeo. You know what time it is. We all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? We all know what time it is, Patty. Ain't nobody, just walk up on the floor. Joe Doe. We know what's up. So with that being said, you never know who and what. You see where I'm coming from? That's why I keep saying I'm trying to figure out because I still haven't got down to the nitty gritty of this. You get what I'm saying? Of what happened here. So most likely, she said, you're right. Anything is possible. Real life. Yes, ma'am. Because see, right now I'm at the point of if it's possible for you can have these people that you didn't even make mods creep into your let me see, creep into your onto your spot and start blocking people, then that's a little scary. But if that's something that could possibly happen out here, then there's no reason for me to take any of the wrenches then because I don't know if it could be somebody like that doing it or somebody pretending to be a friend or whatever. You feel where I'm coming from? So I'm trying to figure out which way to rock and which way to roll and go on and put the wrenches. But I don't see anybody that I know that's really mature, decent people that's living out here in these YouTube streets that don't know how to connect to somebody if they want to. And out of all the millions of channels that we got out here on YT, people come to this little hangout spot that I got and flip out over a wrench when you got the whole world in a lot of ways at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? Even if you came over here and you met somebody and you don't have a wrench to click right on, if you know how to do, search and do things, because I know that wrench makes it a lot easier. But if you that damn desperate, write the name down, please. Write the name down, please, y'all. We ain't got time for this. Write the name down and stop being silly. Come on, let's do it. Because I've been to plenty of lives where they ain't even had no wrenches, and I didn't care about no wrench. And I don't care who don't give me no wrench. I don't give a that. If I'm the only one that ain't in blue, I don't care about that because I stand alone. You understand what I mean? So that kind of stuff like that don't bother me at all. Folks can do whatever they want to do. And like I had one guy that came over didn't even he don't even really know me that well. He kind of disappeared on me because he came in a live clowning, and none of my YouTubers that I had friends didn't really want to be fathers with him. But I supported him fully 100%. He had like probably about maybe 4 shorts and probably maybe 3. He wasn't even doing lives as a matter of fact yet. But he had like maybe 4 shorts. Let me see, it was about 4 shorts and maybe about 6 videos. And I watched and sponsored every one of them that he had, and I supported him fully. Okay? And he disappeared because he was coming in live and he was coming in at a time that a lot of people were talking about God and stuff, and he kept saying, "I don't like God." I mean, he didn't say I don't like God. He said, "I don't believe in God." And he was saying a lot of rude stuff. He kept dropping a whole bunch of links. A lot of people was getting frustrated with him, but I didn't say nothing to him, and I supported him. And none of the people joined him. So he disappeared, and he pops back up on me and said, "Well, the reason why I stopped coming to your lives is because the people you got over there don't got my back, and I had to go out and make some real friends and join the community and bop bop bop." Okay, I said, "Good. That's good for you. I'm glad you had a good time." What's this? So after that, he he said, "So I done went on and got me a real community." I said, "Well, I'm glad for you." And then he brought back a couple of people with him. Okay. Yeah. I just said, "Come on." So with that being said, where? Okay, the live is open. Okay, I don't know if you mind. Okay. That's how it. That's how it be. And see, this is the thing. That's why I don't get in no neighbor's business or nothing. But there's no way that I'm gonna leave. And no disrespect, I don't do the dirty trash can stuff. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who do what. I don't do a dirty trash can. The magnet flies overfilled to the top, food falling all out, all that. I don't live like that. I got. To be honest, I put my trash can out when it's supposed to be put out. I bring it in. I keep it clean, hose down. I got certain stuff I use to clean it. I ain't. It ain't just about bleaching no bags up with a bunch of old stanky stuff in there. No, I don't do that. And there's certain stuff that I don't put in the trash because I know that if it's gonna be about a week before it come again, gonna have it lit out there. I don't do that. I got a lot of stuff that I freeze certain stuff before I put it out. Anyway, let me stop talking about that. My family member talking about somebody that with how it is neighborhood. Hey, ah, I know what you're talking about though. But anyway, so the person went and got involved with a crowd of people, and then they brought two or three of the people back with them, and folks started acting shady. I don't know what kind of game that they was trying to play, but everything went to the left. And I'm gonna be honest, I've seen the people he got involved in, and they all got their back or whatever. Good for you, but you didn't show me or do me nothing. You didn't stop me. I don't know what kind of games you came on here playing, but I know one thing: if you get around a bunch of believers and you talk negative towards God, you can't expect people to want to join and have a friendship with you. And then you're in the live bugging out, talking all kinds of ways and popping up. But I still support her because I understood maybe the person was going through something. But either way, I'm not here for all of that. I really, bro, people don't even understand that when you start to get yourself somewhere. Nobody cares about all that. When you arrive at a certain arena in your life, and it happens to people at different ages, stages, and reasons. You ain't got time for the small stuff, the silly clown fool circus mess. It don't mean nothing to you. And a lot of stuff that may have bothered me in the past, I'm a different person now. But a lot of folks let stuff get at them. I don't care about none of that. And like I said before, like doing this YT stuff is amazing. But at the same time, if I only had one person that came to a live, a short, a little bit of food, I'm still heavily blessed. That's sweet for the garbage man collectors. You know it, honey. You right. That stuff will snake it, honey. Said the neighbor got something going. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be shady. But you know that stuff is not. You have to learn how to be decent and carry yourself. And that all represents you. There's no way I'm finna deal with it because I done been through it before. I done been through it before. I done had times where, you went on and put your trash out and you realize, dang, I put that out and it's a holiday, so the man ain't gonna run till the next day. And you already know what you're gonna see when you open up that daggone thing. Clean up your mess. Clean up your mess. And some food that we got smell good while it's cooking. Well, let me tell you, honey, baby, when it goes bad, when it goes bad, the whole neighborhood will know. You get what I'm saying? Because and these folks here, they pack their trash so daggone tight that half the stuff I watch somebody here, and it's not my business. I'm not trying to be shady. Um, my grandma used to say, yes, they do. Thank you for stopping in, Stephen. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're going to have an awesome weekend. I like what you're doing over there with the garden. I appreciate you coming through here. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming in. And people do have to learn how to live. And the thing is, it doesn't take much to learn with certain things, especially if you want to learn, because you can see how your neighbors do stuff. And sometimes some folks have learned this stuff from home. Some people copy what mom and them did, so that's how their mother do it, so they do it that way. And that may not be, the thing. You know what I'm saying? That may not be it. But I know that there's a lot of stuff that you need to carry yourself a little bit more better with. And some people, it takes them a while to arrive, and some people really don't care. You know what I mean? They just do what they want to do. And that be them. But I know that this got the whole place lit up over here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there. And like I said before, food smells good when you cooking it. But once you get that out to the curb, oh, it done went to the left. So I back up everything before putting it in the trash can. Some folks just throw everything in the can. Yes, unbagged. Happy Friday, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I seen it. I ain't gonna say the weirdest thing, but I just seen, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This was a little bit ago. I was out, doing a little bit of yard here, not a little bit of yard work, and I watched somebody come clean out their house. I don't know if it was a diaper pail, but it was a smaller trash can, not the small ones though, for your bathroom size, but it's bigger than that. They came right out and dumped that trash right into their trash can without a bag at all. And I noticed some people, the way they use their trash can in their house, they'll dump everything in there without a bag, and then they'll take their actual kitchen trash can and dump it into their bigger trash can outside and let it go like that. You know what I'm talking about? All of that stuff be loose. You know, we got women in the house. You know what women go through monthly. All that Pampers, all that done, done. You hear me? And that's just how some people do it. And then that has an odor, outside. And my family member just got who's saying that somebody got something out there that ain't kicking right. You know. And then you got some people that they ain't disposing the right stuff in the trash cans, and the trash people refuse it. You know. But I know with me, I have to I can't do that. I can't do that. And I don't have no trash can that I just keep using repeatedly and not hosing it down and cleaning it. Not no just throwing some pine Sol all over some bag or some bleach. When that trash can is empty, clean it inside out. Oh, how do you keep it there, honey? I can tell you how to clean it. I don't care if you live somewhere and you in an apartment building. I can tell you how to clean it. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I can show you. And it ain't hard to do. But some people, like you said, they got to learn how to live. And some of them is living a certain way and they like it. So I definitely don't get in nobody business. But man, oh man, when they put it out there, it's the eyesore and the odor for everybody. He said, "Yep, without bagging it up." Yes, and that's another thing too. No disrespect to anybody, but if you're going to do recycling, the moment you drink up whatever you're drinking, that's recyclable cans, whatever it is, soda, whatever it is, you need to wash them bottles out. You know what I mean? You need to rinse them bottles out because you save problems down the line that can affect everybody at the redemption center or all that dirty stuff. And anytime you're dealing with an empty container, you know that you gotta. I don't care if you up in your room drinking a soda or whatever. You gotta bring that downstairs at some point, and that's all you gotta do is rinse it, and wherever you're doing your recycle. You have to. But a lot of people are happy with that. They're doing what they want to do. Yes. I always, yes. That's not, that was never an option. Do you understand what I mean? I'm just thinking, I don't know how people could do that. I have never, and I'm not disrespecting nobody. I don't know what people financial situations in. I'm not trying to judge nobody or act like I'm, more than somebody. But I do not. I've never known that in my life to put trash in the trash can without it being bagged up and tied up properly. I've never known for a person to have a trash can and not clean it out, maggots and all that kind of stuff, and dried up fruit and food in the bottom and all that. I can't. I can't. I keep my trash can clean, spotless. I just had a guy coming over to do some lawn care here the other day, and another guy that had to come and repair the thing on the outside of the house, the vent for the dryer, and they both kind of ran into each other outside because he was doing the lawn and he was fixing the out part of the dryer vent, and they both said hi to each other. They don't know each other. These are different people that I have come and do work for us, and they both said that the one that was putting the old some stuff in the trash, and the one that was putting his water bottle in the recycling bin, he said your trash can is so clean. He didn't say my to me, but I could hear him on the surveillance camera. He said her trash is so clean that I don't even want to throw my water bottle in it. And he said, "Yeah, I didn't want to put nothing in there. I was just gonna bag it up and bring it with me." And I'm not bragging. It's the truth. That's what it was because I keep that clean. You got to maintain your yard. You got if you somewhere in the America and it's snow, you got to shovel in front of your house, the sidewalk. Come on now, get your porch straightened up the right way. And I don't care what season that you experience. You got to represent your family, how your house is maintained. You got to be respectful of your neighbors, of how you are over in your yard having a cookout loud and music playing and your car pulling all up outside. People with music blasting in front of somebody else's house. I don't do it. I can't live like that. I cannot live like that. I'm not with all that. You having a cookout and the people that you dealing with, they leaving your house with, plates and stuff and dropping them all out on the sidewalk in front of other people's houses and all that. And you got grandkids to come over with some music blasting in front of the neighbor's house. I don't do, that ain't allowed here. I don't accept that from anybody in my family. You can keep yourself private, quiet, and contained and respect your neighbors. If you're coming by here to see me, don't pull up in front of somebody else and park halfway on the sidewalk with music blasting. If you guys are back here playing volleyball in the yard, you got to figure out a way to get your yard sealed in because you can't keep going to the neighbor's yard 15 times getting no damn ball. I don't care if it's an 8-year-old child playing with it. You got to get that under control. Anybody gonna want you to keep running, tracking in the back of their yard and in their garden? You know what I mean? And no disrespect, you got to do better than that. Come on now. You saying you're a child of God and you representing living a decent life, and that's where it's at. That's what you got to do. Because I know I had some people that called this stuff was going to keep on having the kids play in the yard. Like we know, once in a while, a ball is going to go over somebody's fence. But you know for a fact that that's a problem. How many times can you keep going in somebody else's yard? I'm not with. I wasn't raised that way, and I don't think it's appropriate. You have to treat people the way you want to be treated. There's civil ways to live. And a lot of people don't seem to care anything about that. So whatever mess that they're doing, they want to bring you in. And like I had told a neighbor here way back, and he had some youngins over. How many times y'all gonna keep coming in the yard? That ball done hit my rose bush about 3 or 4 times. It is killing my plant. You know what I'm saying? It's killing my roses. And what do you know? No, I'm not angry. Because I said instead of coming flying in my backyard, ring my front doorbell, not the back doorbell, because that's the proper way to do. Ring your front doorbell and say, "Excuse me, the ball is in the yard. Can somebody give me the ball?" Okay, I'm going to get the ball. It's the second time now. Now, the next time, I'm going to go over to the parent and I'm going to say, "Listen, it's obvious that you got kids over here. It's none of my business, but how many times are you guys going to keep coming, even ringing the doorbell 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times for your ball landing over in the yard, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to do something different because this is not working out. No, I'm not with it. I don't have no kids in my house doing that. So we got to come to an agreement because now we're going to have a problem. Because that's not a thing that you got to realize your yard is not equipped to do that. You're going to get you some high fences or something in the privacy fences or something, or you're going to have to go to the park. Because it ain't going down over here. Because like I said before, don't keep running in my yard, leaving the gate open, keep coming back in the yard and knock my grill over trying to get a ball and all of that. No, no. Because I ain't done that to you. And another thing too, when I put my trash out, don't go sticking no bag in my trash. Some old something ain't supposed to be thrown away. Somebody had tried to put a microwave. Oh hell, what? Honey, let me tell you something. It ain't going down like that. You have to behave yourself. We don't got time for that. And people get mad at you, especially when you're keeping it real. Like I said, having to talk with the adults. Listen, ma'am, I don't mean to be rude, but first, first I've seen the kids 2 times come in my yard, and I know they're kids. That's not the point. We're adults for a reason over the minors, right? They've already came in my yard 2 times, and if they need to come in the yard, they need to ring the doorbell, and I would get the ball. But how are we going to get an end game here now, though? See, because we already got this covered. Well, kids are going to be. And listen, listen. Who kids are they? Okay. Wait a minute. Let's rewind it all the way back. What do the kids that you got over there have to do with me? Do you think that this is going to be a regular rotation? That if you got kids that live in the house there, and they're going to keep having the ball come over here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and then I lock my gate. They jumping all over the gate, and I ain't answering the doorbell no more. No, because I'm not going to keep doing that. We don't have an arrangement here. We're not family. This is not a game. This has to stop. You don't have your yard equipped for this to happen because it's affecting me. So we got to do something. Me too, all the way. Yes, you understand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense. I can't do it. I can't do it. And the thing is, people don't understand that this is not a game. And it could be some neighbors that you had for a while, but now they got some grandkids, and the little kids is getting where they want to start playing in the backyard. And I understand that, but just think about it though. How many times are you going to have somebody, even if they listen to you by respect, don't just come in my yard? But the problem is, so just because I said that, you're not going to get this ball under control, this ball game under control? What about when they put them basketball things out there? You got to keep that contained to your family. She says, my daughter put a big note on her trash can, and the trash they didn't have. See, and I got a neighbor. Oh my gosh, I got somebody that just went through that. They said that every time they turn around, there was there was a lot of different trash that wasn't bagged up and stuff in their trash can. And there's quite a few people on the street, so they didn't want to jump to any conclusions. So she put a camera right there near the trash can, and she found out that it was a neighbor's a couple of houses down because they didn't want to pay to get an extra trash can. So what they did was whatever the overflow they have, they were sticking it, sneaking at nighttime, putting it in her trash. So she said, I went to the door with the camera and everything and told them that, there's going to be, consequences to this. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then, the mother and father came out and said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that my son came over and did that. But the thing is, the camera has caught the mother and father both doing it as well. So where did the kids get this from? You're allowing this to happen. Just like when people set up them basketball courts, they are blocking the traffic on the street, balls coming in your yard, kids loud. And you got to remember, we're all family oriented people here. We're all different people that have great grandkids, our kids, but they're not going to disrespect nobody else's property at all at any cost. At all at any cost. You have to contain your crew. And I don't care how old. See, everybody, the kids. And why do y'all keep saying that when you see kids over at my house? Did anybody ever come in your house and or go in your backyard from my house? Never. So why are you letting this happen here? How long? And then you got the other ones, 13, 14, and then, they see that you done lock your gate. So they done hopped over your gate knowing that, don't know that you got a camera up. And then you go over and say, listen, ma'am, three youngins jumped over the gate several times and to get a ball. And then the first thing the parents say, you guys come here right now. You guys come in here. Which one of you did it? Was it Michael? Was it you? Was it Sam? And they're all lying. You know how I do. No disrespect. I didn't do it. We wasn't doing it. Yeah, lying. Yeah, lying. And guess what happens? Then they say, well, they said that they didn't do anything. Jeremy, Michael, and Sam, they wouldn't lie to me. But see, I got my cell phone right here because I can talk to people. I can hear people talking, and I can be out of town and I can talk on my surveillance camera. Get out my yard. Put my package down. You get what I'm trying to tell you. I got that. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. So you telling me now, I'm gonna say, like we playing a TV, we playing a little TV show, a little game here. Okay, is that your final answer? Kids, is that the final answer? So you're telling me right now, as the parent, as the custodian of this crowd here, that you believe in them and you think that I'm just going to come over here, a grown person, just working 12 hours, coming home, and I'm going to come to you and lie and say children from your house have hopped over my back fence and just make up something crazy out of the blue. Okay, so this is what you're saying. All right, you have a moment. Okay, so I put my cell phone on and I played the video. Look at him right there. The one you call Steven. Is that Steven hopping in my yard? Is it that Michael? Is it that Bubba? Isn't that, oh my gosh, you got, no, no, no. You already know right there, that type of parent. You get what I'm saying. She says, I have that type of, yes, ma'am. So with that being said, so if I call 911 or I wanted you to pay for my damaged rose bush, now we're dealing with neighbors that are angry and disheveled towards each other over something that you, first of all, you didn't believe. You get what I'm saying? So now what are we going to do now? Because now this family is going to be mad at you. And every time you turn around, you'd be sitting out there and with your family quietly chilling in your backyard and you got them talking, oh yeah, they're stuck up people. Oh, they think they're better than us. Oh, they had a fit because Stephen and them was in their yard and Michael and Sam. Hey, what the heck? I'm looking at you. What are you talking about? You see, people don't care. They don't care. If they live a certain kind of way, they want to try to push you into that same lifestyle that they live and force you to accept it. You can't do that. Just like I've been seeing, like they setting up, and a couple of houses down from one of the neighbors. You guys got a basketball hoop in your yard. Do you know how often that ball is running into the front lawn of your neighbors? But they're just kids. We got a hoop. If you got some kids, they can come play too. Play with what? Your grass is all dogged out, brown, and all messed up. That's because that's what you're doing over there. But they're not going to keep on coming over here on my lawn. Well, they got a hoop up. What do you expect the ball? Well, you ain't got the right kind of property to set up no hoop then. That's what that means. It's not about being nasty. You see kids over here, but see, you're not used to kids that have manners and respect. See, we're not over here. What, mom? Leave me alone, Nana. We don't do that over here. Yes, ma'am. Some kids get a little fresh sometimes in my family. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm just saying we don't live like that. Kids don't run the show and disrespect adults. Also, we respect the kids as well. Yes, they're careless and disrespectful, Patty, and that's what I'm saying. They think that this is going to be an ongoing thing. You cannot disrespect people. Or what about when you have a neighbor? You know how close houses can be in some cases, and some people have a lot of property around. It depends on your setup. What's in your wallet, what you buy, what you want, how you want to live. But you got neighbors that go outside and they power wash their car in your driveway as opposed to their driveway, and whatever wax they're using, they're high pressure washing that stuff is spraying on the side of your car. See, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I have to contain where I'm supposed to be. Or you got your hose set up to water your lawn, and the way your hose is swaying backwards and forth is wetting my lawn, but I don't need my lawn watered today because I just had watered mine a couple of days ago. And as soon as water hit grass, you're gonna be back out there with a lawnmower on that back. So I need you to get your water back over in that direction. Or what about the ones when they clean their car, they let all of that soapy water run, and if it's a hot day, it dries up right there, and then that looks bad. You see, this is things that you can contain. You can contain if you want to, but when you got people that's living dysfunctional and they don't care, they don't respect nobody, they don't have no values or no morals, they will disrespect you and drag you into how they want to live. I would never do that. I don't have all that stuff. Music, I don't give a damn on how many teenagers you got in the house, what stage they at, whatever they doing. You have to control and contain your family. It has nothing to do with anybody else having to be bothered with that. Even when you go in the store, your kids, even if you got kids, oh, that baby, they crying. That's what. No, 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 no. If you got a child with you, I don't care if they're teething or what they're going through. You got to handle that. You're up in Winn Dixie's, Kroger's, hey, Walmart, and you got a baby with you screaming to the top of their lungs through the whole store like that. You got to take little Sandy and little Jack somewhere and see if they need a pamper change, if they need a snack. You've been in the store for about an hour. You might have to go sit in the car, put your carriage up, and go. Sometimes it's like that, but you can't let that be everybody else's issue or allow that to disrespect other people. She says, I'm like you, sis. People say they got funny ways when you live certain ways. Yes, and that's what I promise you, I got a lot of, no disrespect, but I got a few neighbors that may think we're kind of stuck up and they want to point, paint the scarlet letter on us because we bring our trash can in when we supposed to. I have a good rapport with the mailman. I give them treats. UPS guys, I give them treats. We keep the yard done. We mind our business. There ain't nobody over here smoking marijuana, and I'm not judging people that do. Yeah. And I'm not judging people that do, but I don't have all that outside. Sitting out with beer bottles turning up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with somebody sitting in their yard. If that's your business, you having a little cookout with your family and people got them some beer and drinking some wines. But I'm talking about cussing and yelling on the porch, loud, flicking cigarettes all over the place. And they look at us like we think we're better than them, but it's not that. It's just the quality of life that I'm living. And I think if you try it, I think you would like it a lot better because I can't have it. And I keep saying this over and over again. People seem to disturb other people's grooves because of the way they decide to live. And the thing is, what they're doing, they don't have to bother you if they had any kind of respect. I could never. I could never. And I remember a lot of stuff that I was taught when I was a child, and I've implemented some new things that came into play. You can't just have your kids running down the street playing and going up in anybody's house. You don't know these people unless you build some kind of relationship and you know for a fact that you know who these people are. You can't have your kids just running up in anybody else's house like that. You don't know what's going on. What's going on? The kids is out here 5, 6, 7, 8, running up and down the street. Somebody come back with a hot dog. Somebody got a soda from somewhere. You don't know who is that though. And you may have a couple of neighbors down the road. Hey, how you doing? Yep, that's it. But you don't know who they are. I don't care if they're driving a Mercedes. I don't care if they got gold siding on their house. Do you know the man? Do you know the woman? Or are you just looking at the money? We can't do this. And this is why I keep saying to folks, get yourself together. It feels so much better when you're living your life a certain kind of way and you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. And I'm not saying like I'm trying to paint some kind of perfect picture, but that's how we're supposed to live. You're supposed to honor thy neighbors, have respect for people, stay in your lane, and treat people well. Now, yeah, there's going to be some goofing off because I know we goofed off as kids. I remember a long time ago we had, not a long time ago when I was a child. Yeah, long, long ago. Anyway, we had a neighbor, a nice neighbor, and she used to work at actually our local bakery in the neighborhood. And she used to give us some of the goodest grapes. Oh my gosh, those grapes, I can't find them nowhere. She used to give us grapes, and I remember one time she didn't give us any grapes, so we decided, me and my brother and a few other kids decided to climb over her fence to get the grapes. But what we didn't know is that they had barbed wire, and boy did we learn. And guess what happened? The neighbor came over and went to a few of our houses and said some of the kids was in her yard and they took some of her grapes and messed up her grapevine. And we recall several kids in the neighborhood and we told the truth. Some of them lied though, but I ain't gonna lie, I was scared out my butt. Here you go. Here you go. Was laughing when you was eating them grapes though. Yeah, she said, don't trust children at anyone's house. No, 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 we can't do that. We can't do that. That's why I keep saying to folks, honey, you got to bend the sap before the sap bend you. This is not a game. You got to know that what you're doing. who you're dealing with. And the thing is, too, I know that sometimes you got to watch out for family as well, too. Because sometimes this stuff don't be popping over there. And what does that mean? That means that your kids may go over to your sister's house, right? Everything is fine with your sister kids. Everything's fine with your sister and her husband. But guess what? Husband got a couple of male friends that come over, and husband and left. You weren't home, and husband and left and made a trip to the package store again, and your kids was left with his friend named Johnny over there. Who know Johnny? Who knows Johnny? Just think about it and see. And this is when we start. Once you start with that, you already know what's finna go down. You already know what's finna go down because see, everybody ain't everybody, and and folks they crack me up where they try to act like everything is Gucci when whoever they dealing with they don't even half know. How can you say that my kids is over at my sister's house and her husband is my brother by marriage, brother-in-law, and the kids is over there to hang out for a while. But and I knew that my sister was going to be leaving to go to the grocery store at some point, and the kids was going to stay with her husband. And the dude that he's friends with, I done seen him a few times, but I didn't know this man. You never told me that the kids was going to be staying with him while you left. I don't know them. I don't know the man, and my kids really don't know him. So what do you do about that? Today, many out here, family. And oh, yes, yes. That's why I said, honey, we got a lot of growing to do and a lot of stuff we got to get together here because this thing is going down like crazy out here where everybody is just out here, just letting things rip and tear, cutting the food, don't care what situation they in, don't care who they leave their kids with. And one thing I keep telling people too that a lot of folks get mad at me when I talk about it. But one thing that we have to understand is that a lot of the stuff that we have taught our children, you know what I mean, when they were kids, we have to take a page out of that book ourselves. You know what I mean? Well, they doing something over there. It's terrible. All right, yes, I seen it over there. Yep, definitely. I seen it. And I kept saying, I'm just messing with you, girl. Yeah, so I'm just looking at so much stuff that we got going on here, and we really, really got to take a page out of the book of life because I'm going to be honest with you. Just about everything that I was taught as a child, I still have to live by this as an adult. Do you get what I mean? I still have to live by it as an adult. And what do I mean when I say that? Stranger danger still the same way. You could be a grown woman and have a job where you're working with coworkers and you could have a coworker, it could be a male or your boss that you can tell that keeps patting you on the back and it starts feeling a little funny. Or when y'all sitting down, talking or having a meeting, they keep on hitting you on your thigh. What is that? What kind of touch is that? You get what I'm trying to tell you? So that's something to be aware of. Any of us can become victims at any time the same way a child would. Except we do have more, we have more intelligence than kids at certain ages, but at the same time, we still need to take a page from that book. Good touch, bad touch, yes, sir. Because I know so many people that been violated by coworkers, even some bosses and stuff that they didn't know how to say, nope, don't touch me that way. Stop hugging up on me. Feel like he keeps brushing against me. You get what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of the stuff that I was taught as a child, I need to keep that in my life permanently because all of the stuff that I was told to watch out for when I was a child is just as dangerous today for me as a grown woman as it was back then because there's people that are doing different stuff to grown folks, a whole lot of stuff to grown folks. And a lot of people sit back and try to act like, well, I don't know. I just, but it just seems like every time he taps me on the back, he massages and rubs his hand down. Are you getting where I'm coming from? Who is this? Oh, one of my coworkers. Good touch, bad touch. Same thing. Somebody's behaving inappropriate towards you. You know what I'm saying? So we have to watch out for that still. And what about being taken and kidnapped and all that? Kids watch it. Don't get in the strangers' cars. You don't supposed to get in the stranger's car. You got to watch out who you with and who you around and what you're doing. The same way. Yeah, a lot of people. Oh, when I get in my car, I check my back seat. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's wrong with that? Yeah, Because you never know. All of this stuff that we be hearing like on TV and stuff like that, this just don't apply just to kids. Or I just seen that story on Lifetime. It was a true movie and them folks and all that other. No, no, we as people, if it happened to you, it happened to me. You get what I'm saying? So all of those things that we teach kids, I realize that we need to take a page out of the book ourselves and remember, just like when you start off with kids and you potty train them and stuff, and you teaching them how to go to the bathroom, wash their hands. You know how to go to the bathroom as an adult, but are you washing your hands? Because you need to wash your hands anytime you use the bathroom forever. It doesn't change just because you're an adult. See, I get in, I analyze stuff like that and I make it make sense so that I know where I'm coming from, what I'm thinking, and what's up. We still need to always wash our hands. We still remember your manners, please and thank you. We still need to use our manners the same way we were taught when we were kids. It's never ending. You get where I'm coming from? It's never ending. This will always be a part of what we need to do, and it doesn't change just because you're 50, 30. You always have to keep those morals and values in check because this is a way of life on a regular scale. We have to do this. There's no way that I could stop saying please and thank you just because I'm grown. There's no way that I need to go in here and use the bathroom and not wash my hands. There's no way that I need to get out here in the world and not pay attention to stranger danger and somebody looking kind of weird. And I done went in the store and came out of Walmart or somewhere grabbing a quick prescription and not paying attention to who's around me. Or I'm working with somebody, whether it be a man or a woman, it seems like they keep rubbing my thigh, and I'm just like, wait a minute now, wait. Something you teach kids, yes, please, and thank you. I say that all the time now. I don't know how anybody feel that we don't need that anymore. We need that forever. We're always going to have to utilize our manners and pray. Prayer is not just for when you are a child. Prayer is something that you're going to use the rest of your life as well too. You know how we used to get with the kids and you say the prayer, God is good, God is great, and we thank you for our food. Well, you still pray the rest of your life the way you were taught when you was a kid. Nothing ends, baby, not when it comes to that. That's why I keep saying you got to remember what you taught the kids because you're going to need it for the rest of your life. Anything you learn, anything that you are telling a child that's in your life, you have to remember to utilize that information for yourself because you can sit here and get played at 50, 60, 35. Oh, yeah. It doesn't end there just because you grown. How do you think all people are being out here, different stuff and people being SA'd out here and kidnapped and all that kind of stuff? This is not all just happening just to kids. It happens to any of us. That's why we got to pay attention and know that, it doesn't end here. It's forever. That's why when kids coming up, you plant and put as much stuff in them as possible because they're going to need it forever. And I know for me, a lot of the stuff that I learned as a child, I keep it in my rotation because it'll never not be needed. You will always have to give thanks and praise to God. First of all, you already know that. You always have to say excuse me when you burp or you poop. You know what I'm talking about. We act like that stuff. Oh, they tell the kids. Well, what are you telling yourself? What do you remember from when you were what to do to stay safe? You got to do it as an adult now. Look at the world that we live in and what's happening to people. How many different stuff that you see, not just on some type of show or TV, but how many situations have you seen that's been on the news where your city and town where you live at, or the next town over, or somewhere else in the world that a 35-year-old woman been kidnapped? You get where I'm coming from. This is not just I got to watch a TV show and wonder, are they really telling the truth? Was this based on a real story? And half of it is anyway. But I'm just saying, what about what you see on the news yourself with your own eyes? You know that all of this stuff is real. So there's no question about that. So that means that as an adult, the same things that you learn when you were little, the same thing that you're grown and teaching your kids or when y'all say your grandkids or what you taught your kids, you need to take a page out of their book yourself. This is what it is. And there's no confusion there. You know what I'm saying? There's no confusion. It's the reality that we live in. It never goes out of style. Amen, Patty. Never goes out of style. That's why I keep saying I don't know where people, where they get this from that, oh, for the kids. For the kids. It ain't just the kids. All of this stuff that we need. Do you know how many situations that even me as an adult have, been played and caught up and hurt? Come on now. It don't just happen to children. It happens to all of us as, as people in society. The devil is lurking out here. You know what I'm saying? The devil's lurking, so you got to watch where you at and know what you're doing too, because people don't seem to take none of that serious. They're all so quick to say, "Well, I'm grown, I'm grown." You keep saying you're grown, but you got up in that car with somebody you don't even dang gonna know. Well, I'm grown. Okay, I said you got up in the car with somebody you don't know. And that's the same thing that happens when you talk to grown folks. The first thing they keep saying is they're grown, but yet they put themselves in a whole bunch of mess. Yes, yes, Patty. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for coming, Jesse. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. How are you, Jesse? How you doing? And I know that I make a lot of different mistakes and stuff myself sometimes when I'm out. I've had times where I've said that like just say for instance, I've had, some people that's out here, in the street struggling. And I've always said that I want to make sure that, if I'm going to hand them a couple of dollars, not to get up close on them. And there's times that I messed up and got close up on them. And somebody could have, hit me, knocked me out. You get where I'm coming from. I'm not playing games. This is, and I'm not going to try to act like I'm accusing other people for falling off and don't say when I do it myself. You get where I'm coming from? Because I definitely do. That's right. We all make mistakes. And that's the reason why I'm saying this is because I've lived with a lot of this stuff and I'm learning. And I'm sure that a lot of these things that I speak about that I'm going to make the mistake again because, God ain't done with me yet. And I learn something new every day. So it goes down. You feel me? It goes down. And I know for a fact that some things are going to happen again because you get caught slipping. You get caught slipping just like I left here the other day and I had put my pocketbook down and left without my pocketbook. You see what I mean? And what does that mean? You're driving without your registration and stuff. I'm glad to hear it, Jesse. Good for you. How's everything going? I've been keeping your brothers in my prayers. Everything going all right? I hope it is. I hope everything going all right because I don't know if you've seen me respond back, but I know you said to keep your brothers in our prayers, and I have. And I responded back, but I don't know if you heard me the other day, Jesse. But yeah, we got a lot, y'all. We got a lot going on here. And we got to remember where we at and what we're here to do because see, and you know what I want to say too, and you guys are going to probably hear me say a lot of this stuff because I'm a repeat offender when it comes to trying to say something halfway decent and trying to put some stuff out here for all of us. But I'm gonna tell you, we got stuff that's happening out here, and a lot of times folks, always say, not me, not me. Oh, I live in a good neighborhood. Oh, I work around. Listen, listen. let's get down to the nitty gritty. The devil is out here roaming. The devil will use people to hurt you, your own family. We have to take responsibility in knowing the difference between, we know God is always going to put you, and lead you in the right direction. And a lot of times people think stuff that happens to you that goes bad, or something that goes wrong in your life that is always the devil. God gonna let you go through something to get to something. He's gonna allow certain things that he needs because you know what? Every rose has a thorn. Also, we have to be careful too, where we are not listening to God. The devil didn't have to tell us nothing. We made the decision ourselves and own our stuff. Own our stuff. Stop pretending it's some kind of force that made you. Some of this stuff you did. You didn't listen to God because He always going to tell you to do the right thing. And the devil didn't even have to come in because you was ready to clown on your own. Yeah, I hope people understand this is just the truth. This is the truth. A lot of times we want to make excuses, you know what I'm saying, for stuff and blame it on the devil. And a lot of times, you got to sit back and think. And I didn't feel like no pressure because I can tell when the devil is riding me out to cut the fool, and then I can tell when me, plain on me, decide to cut the fool myself. And then you get around somebody. I don't know. It must have been the demon spirit had me all. No, no, no. Let's keep it real. Come on, you're in there now. You can't just jump from God to the devil, God to the devil, and not be in there nowhere at all. God to give you the lumber, but you got to build a house. You understand what I'm saying? We can't keep going backwards and forth. You understand what I mean? With that game, you have to own what you know and what you done. All of the stuff that you do that's bad is not the devil forcing you to do anything. There's the negativity of him around, and we already know that. But there's some things too that you decide to do yourself. And sometimes we're so gun ho to do something in the flesh that only God can do that we go flying off the handle. Or if we done something real, real bad, the first thing we want to say, oh, the devil was working on me. Yeah, man, listen, not everything. Not everything. And God has a way of disciplining our butts too, believe it or not. Everything that happens to us is not just coming from the devil. And y'all, we know what this is. Come on. If you can't own it, you can't buy it. You get what I'm saying? Come on. We have to understand it. You know what I mean? If you can't own it, you don't have no reason buying it. And I've seen a lot of that in people, and I've also in myself. I have set back because see, you can't have a relationship with God if you don't know who you are in Christ, first of all. And you cannot sit back here and expect because God is willing and He's able, He's on the throne, He works miracle and magic, but you ain't supposed to do your part. Come on now, man. We can't get out and play that game there. Come on. Wake up to the reality. You understand what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built overnight. Stop playing with it. Take responsibility for the stuff that you've done, who you are, what's happening. Thank you for being here, Arlie, sweetie. You get where I'm coming from? I am doing really good, Jesse. Thank you for asking, my homie. Thank you so much, my brother. Very good. I appreciate you asking me that, and I'm glad you're doing well. And like I said, you said prayer. You needed prayers for your brothers, and I've been praying. I'm not asking you none of your business. I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for y'all, for your family, the situation. And I always say, because I changed how I pray quite a while ago because I realized sometimes it's not even with me saying individual stuff like sometimes when you pray for people or even yourself or your family and you pray like, well, God, I hope he get a car, you know I hope she stop aching. A lot of times now I go in another direction. It says the devil is a liar and running out of time. He's running out of time. He running out of time, and we're gonna run him out of town. That's what I'm talking about because it's played out. It's played out. You are welcome. God bless you. You know I got you, brother. You know I got you, Jesse. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And thank you for feeling comfortable enough for me to pray for you. As you know, every prayer ain't hitting. Every woman can't wear no crown, and every man can't wear no crown. You know what I'm talking about. Some people ain't the right kind of folks. You be getting them wrong folks praying for you. Bring that negative juju up in your life. You know what I'm talking about. You got to know and be honored that somebody asked you to pray for them because sometimes folks you don't want the wrong people praying for you. So I appreciate you thanking me, and I mean it. I mean it because we have to live in prayer 24/7 to be able to keep this force off of us. Because you sit back here and get too comfortable, you snooze, you lose. You get caught slipping. It's so easy to go down, especially when you're feeling down or when you go through something. Those are the worst times, and those are the times that we are at the weakest point. Because see, people think that, well, if I'm going through this right now, why would I turn to God and He's allowing it to happen? That's because you don't know God. You don't know what plans He has. You're not paying attention. You see, you think getting everything you want is going to make you feel, oh yeah, God loves me. But as soon as something happened that you don't like, then you want to give up, or you ask God to do something for you. And as soon as He do it, then you forget about Him. Always running to Him to seek His hands and not His face. Sometimes you can just spend some time with God and stop asking. I don't care if you need something. He knows what you need. And sometimes it's good just to say, Lord, I'm just glad to be in your presence. I'm glad you're here. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't ask for nothing at all. And I've been learning to do that, to stop asking. I mean, it's good to be grateful and thankful, but sometimes to stop asking for stuff and chill out. That's right. Everybody can't pray. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And that's why I said every church ain't anointed. Honey, you can get up in here and have a $10,000 chandelier. Your daggone preacher, he could be wearing $3,000, $4,000 suit, and that do not make him a Christian. Some of them places ain't even those churches. Them is just some buildings that's thrown together. And for us all coming in there clowning around, if we don't really know who God is, you in there you marching for Satan. Don't even know where you at or what you're doing because you went there because the pastor is handsome. Oh, they got a new pew. Oh, they they do the Sunday dinner. Exactly. Cults. Exactly. Running up in there talking about something. And I remember this lady trying to tell me about coming to her church, and I'm asking her. I said, well, what kind of services y'all got coming up? You know what I mean? What's the what kind of church is it? Baptist? What do y'all do? I'm just asking. 'Cause you trying to invite me? Oh well, our pastor, he looking good. So but ain't he married? Shit, what you talking about? Exactly. It ain't. It ain't. If someone's asking you about your church and you're a fellow church member trying to get other people to come to your church, you shouldn't be talking to them about the looks of the pastor. You should be talking about how he talks. Mm-hmm. Does he actually know the word of God? Exactly. Is he even saved? Exactly. Yeah, you worried about because the pastor, yeah, pastor came in here looking sharp. Oh, he's so handsome. This the first lady. She lucky. Does he actually really preach? Exactly. Exactly. And that's the problem. This is why I keep saying all these places that call churches ain't necessarily churches just because they say they're a church. You got to understand, sometimes them places ain't even anointed. Exactly. Get up in there and get brainwashed in the cult. Mm-hmm. They get up in there and get damn brainwashed. You better wake up. This is why I keep telling folks, y'all need to stop all that. No. No, you gotta right. Yeah. And that's all she was trying to tell me. Well, you ain't going to church. Did you? What church you go to? I said, well, I'm not in the church right now. Ah, honey, you can't. And I'm just listening to her. She don't know what I'm trying to tell her. She don't know if I just got out the hospital. I just relocated, just moved here, haven't found a church home. And first of all, she don't understand. I serve my father when two or more agree. I can get in and have a relationship with God, just me and God. You can't tell me what God is in my life. And if you were there worried about the pastor or because y'all got a new piano and all that, and how pretty everything is, and that's it, you can't tell me what the service is going to be like. And the way I see you in this store, the way you disrespecting, you got a good, nice son that was about 14 years old. I thought he was about 22, because he looked immature. And the way she talked and treated that boy, I was trying to figure out what church you go to? Because she was thinking she was going to eat me alive. And I'm going to tell you, I shut her down nicely because she was coming, in the wrong direction, sweetie. And I could tell that anybody talking like that about church definitely it's ain't a place I want to be. Because I don't give a dag about what suit the pastor got on. I don't care if he was damn barefooted. Do you know if he really saved? And if he is, what kind of congregation does he have? If you standing out here talking about how fine and handsome he is and bop, 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 what y'all serving up in there? What kind of service is that? Because I'm definitely not interested. So I don't know what you trying to say. Oh, you don't even know. How can you just jump on somebody and try to wear them out when you don't even understand? Well, what church you go to? I said I'm not in with fellowship right now. Why? Well, you got it, honey. If you hit, I said, honey, what in the world you talking about? You didn't even ask me why. First of all, ain't none of your business. Let's start there. And for you to try to convince somebody to go to your church, you need to come off better than that. And your rapport and your spiritual side is blinded here. I don't see it at all. The way you talking. you don't even know what I'm talking about, what I'm getting ready to say, or why I said what I said. You got to pay attention to this because see, you trying to come up to somebody like you trying to gain control of me right quick, like you finna run something and force me to try to come up in somewhere where you ain't even standing in good. You ain't in good standing with it because it's a hole in the wall. You got to remember all of this stuff is not places that's anointed by God. Just because you see somebody up in there, hey, 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 all that, man, come on, come on, and then you get up in there dumb as a doorknob and don't even know God for yourself. So anything they're saying, you sucking it up. Yeah, you know, I spoke to him and he told me that you're gonna have to give, $500 next month for donation. You spoke to who? And why would God tell me that I got to tell you to tell me that I got to give a $500 donation when he know I don't even got that kind of money? And you believe in it? I got to figure out how to get it because he said, this is it. See, when you get that kind of stuff like that going, it's a wrap. And you know what kills me too? When you get them older folks that's in these old brainwashed churches that been in there and they've been going to this church 25, 30 years and they're in their late, 60s and you talking to them and they bugging out. You know what I mean? That ain't no church stuff. I know you ain't trying to, honey, you better come on up in here. You wasn't here last Sunday. I know you since you was a little child when you was butt naked. I know what you look like with your clothes on. You didn't show up when you went to a nightclub that Saturday night and couldn't make it in the morning. Who want to be bothered with that? What God are you serving, honey? Who? And I'm not going to disrespect nobody, LD. That's not the point I'm saying. But that don't make her, that don't make it right. What are you talking about? Who are you yelling at? And what church are you going to? Because I've been watching what's been going on. Okay, I've been watching what's going on with you, and I noticed that you up under the first lady's skirt a little bit too much. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? I see you, and you here to do what? Oh, I remember you when you was little. I know what you look like. You got a birthmark right there on your right eye eye. I know who you is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You didn't show up last week. You don't even know what's going on and who you yelling at. And then you done cursed me out now. Who are you? See, this is all of that fake stuff. People gossiping because you didn't come up the last couple of Sundays. You didn't get a chance to go home and change your clothes after you went to work. So yeah, you slid up there and sat in the back with your McDonald's uniform. So what? Who are you to tell me? And then you got this deacon ushering you out because yeah today was suits only and dresses. Um, the pastor told me can't even talk for themselves. You ain't gonna be able to attend today. And you looking at these people. Where the heck? Where am I at? Where the hell? What kind of place is this? All of them people that all of this kind of stuff. You can't even get up and go. You got to wait till he finished what he's saying. You can't get up and go. I need to go to the bathroom. I put my hand up. You know how you do that index finger? I put my hand up and I'm going to go to the bathroom. Well, he didn't look over and give you permission. Give it. Who? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Are you dead? Wait. Are you serious? I gotta wait for him, and all these people in here, he might have not even seen my finger. So my finger is a sign of respect, not just for him, but for the people sitting next to me, so they can lean their knees to the side, so I can walk by. I'm not waiting for nobody to tell me nothing. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the restroom. Now, if y'all in here acting like slaves and cavemen and cave women, y'all go ahead with it. But see, when I see some movement like that, honey, I done left out the building completely, and I will not be back. When you got some people that's like that cult type of stuff. None of that stuff right there says, that this is the right place to be. And that's how a lot of people go up in these places and get brainwashed because they don't understand who God is, so they get lost in the sauce. You get in here and you figuring out, well, who's God. So anything that this person or these people tell you about God, you're going to believe it because you don't understand who God is. You don't have no salvation or no relationship with him. So you going up in there bugging out. And the thing is, you're a virgin, so you don't know what to expect. And anything they tell you, you're gonna believe it because you didn't try to study or learn nothing on your own. You know what I'm talking about, Patty. You know what I'm talking about, Jesse. You know, and I ain't trying to be rude or disrespect nobody, but you done seen that kind of stuff. You can't even say nothing. I remember a long time ago, I went to this these folks cookout, and all of them was supposed to be, I guess, into church type of people, and then the grandmother had some women coming from her church, and you couldn't even sit there and eat your plate of food. You had to go over here to the side because when they eat here, you can't eat till after they eat. Ay, man, it's what church? What's going on here? This look like some brainwashing, backwash, backdoor. And what are you doing? What are you doing? What kind of place are you talking about here? You having a cookout at your house and you got two of your church friends or whoever coming over and can't nobody be eating and stuff because these women got to eat first. What y'all doing here? Who house this is? Honey, look. See ya. Definitely will not attend any of the services. You can't do this. This is, and you know what kills me too? A lot of people be in these churches and they be praise the Lord, yes, pastor, pastor. And you ain't heard them, praise the Lord, but you calling the pastor Lord. And you got to remember that the pastor is just a vessel that God is using to spread his word, but you don't even have to learn it from the pastor. You need to know what you know on your own. And then when you go into fellowship, you know exactly what to hear, say, do, and you may be able to critique the pastor and some of the other. Not in the right church. Exactly. You walk away. Exactly. When you know you ain't in the right church, as my family member said, and walk away. Because if not, you headed for trouble. Because once you hear some stuff that ain't sounding right and you know it ain't right, you know that's the devil marching up in there. So why would you even bother to stay there when you can tell some things here ain't right? There's no need to say, well, I'll see what the service like next. What's the next week? Didn't you hear what the man told you? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, because yeah, yeah, yeah. What? You know what I mean? Yeah, what? Yeah, because go to Leviticus when he parted the Red Sea, and you like, Pastor, sir, ma'am, y'all, that was the story in Moses. Hush, hush. This you know how they be talking. And you telling them, but that's not, you're not quoting the right scripture. That didn't go to that story. I'll go into the book of Ruth. That you said Bathsheba. You understand what I'm saying? Bathsheba, was the wife of a soldier that King David sinned with. That ain't got nothing to do with Ruth. And you, excuse me, Pastor, but that's the wrong. And then you sitting there, one of them ushers or whatever, lean over to the pastor, and then they come over. They play it off for a minute before you know it. They don't walk past you two or three times, and then they tap you on the shoulder. You can't interrupt the pastor like that. You're gonna have to lead the service now. You give yourself a couple of weeks before you come back through here. Just because you you know that scripture didn't go with that story that you asked to leave the church. Exactly. 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 And have somebody corrects you. Exactly. Appreciate it. Exactly. And the thing is, even if the pastor was something wrong, they're trying to not let you correct them, man. They want to do something wrong. It is, and if the pastor know that he might have made a mistake and go off the beaten path, and you trying to say something, and you getting told to leave and all that, and then he continues to speak the scripture that's not what it is. Or either that too. What about the churches that you go to and that all the members can only use the Bible that belongs to that church? And a lot of times some of those are man-made Bibles. So what's going on? They got one church they said that everywhere, God's name is in the Bible, he has his name there in the Bible. So anything that the pastor's reading and congregation turns to that scripture, long as it matches up with the pastor what he's saying, they are true believers in that. But guess what? That book was written from this church. Do you understand? That book was written from this church. So no, you're not even looking at it right, because that's not going to say the right stuff, because that was not the actual Bible. And then people don't know the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament. So people throwing together all kinds of slop and talking all kinds of ways and talking about they speaking in tongues and stuff like that, and they ain't even got it together because they don't know who God is. So they come here and you can tell them anything, and that's how people become victims and get brainwashed, because when you don't know, you're innocent to it. Just like bringing a brand new baby home from the hospital. If you don't know what's going on, anything that the pastor tells you, his wife or anybody in the congregation tell you, you're gonna jump and do it. So you got to get yourself together, because a lot of times that's how you get caught up in being brainwashed. And then also you're not going to get a chance to let God really come into your life, because you're being blocked by a false God. Because if you start believing something against his word, then his word can't get in you, so it can't manifest, and you're not going to make it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's the thing that I keep telling people. You gotta and see, the thing is, it ain't nothing wrong with taking some time and reading it to yourself. Go and sit down and get into it. And I promise you, I had a hard time reading, Hebrew and the Greek. I had to get a Bible that was layman's term as an adult. And then I had a problem with that, because I ended up having to get a kid's Bible and graduate up, because I didn't understand, but I wasn't going to have nobody brainwash me. I wanted to know myself. I knew that I could read, even though some of the words that got me a little tripped up, but I really wanted to learn myself. And I'm glad I did, because anytime when I show up at some circus, because you don't know it's going to be a circus until you get up in there, at least I know what's right and what's wrong. There's no way, just like I had this lady that I used to work for years ago, and I don't mean to disrespect nobody, but she had got sick at home, right? And back then, when you had a good pastor, and even now, if there's some good pastors, the pastor would come to your house when we ain't been to church and you sick. And this pastor came to her house with one of them deacons. And I promise you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't even know my worth at this time, and I definitely didn't have the right relationship that I should have with God. But I know for a fact what they were doing at her house and what they were saying was not right. And she was an older woman in her 70s, and I couldn't cut in and get in it, but I was in the kitchen getting her food ready, and I could hear how he, did that quick prayer for her and all that type of stuff like that, and I just, it didn't sound right. Yeah, the Lord had to see the bread and the bread and earth. That's all you could hear going on. And I peeked around the corner looking, and sister, you got the envelope for me? So you know why he really came. He came to collect that tithe. He didn't care nothing about what he threw 3 or 4 words together. He did not care. That stuff he said sounded like something that all right, and then it went into a bunch of gibberish. I'm speaking in the tongue, like you bidding at an auction. And she had said, yeah, yeah, all that. And I said, oh boy, I know that didn't sound right, and I didn't have myself together. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not judging nobody. I promise you, I ain't trying to be shady. It did not sound right, and they was coming there to get that money, that coin. That's what they came for. They did not care nothing about what mama didn't know or any of that kind of stuff. And like I said, he had the guy with him, one of them old them deacons with them runt over shoes with the tassel and them high water dress pants with the cuffs at the bottom. Lost and confused and need a haircut, got a daggone afro, and he didn't know what was going on because he was brainwashed by this man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I know I'm rattling on here, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all beautiful people go on and get settled down, because I know it's late for y'all, because everybody got different time zones here. So I'm gonna say God bless you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to get ready to sign it off in a minute. Bless you, and I appreciate everything, you guys. Let's just keep it real. Know who you are in Christ for yourself. You can't get saved for nobody. Can't nobody get saved for you. Your salvation is between you and God. You can only, try to have your family know God, teach them what you know if they're interested, and then the rest is on you. But you got to make sure you get your soul right. Thank you guys so much for your time. And I'll continue to pray for you and your family, Jesse, and I pray for everybody. Thank you guys for your time.
Aspa.